Do you think there's any ethical issue with sticking a camera in a 12-year-old's butt to make your point, even if you're defending 12-year-olds?
It depends on the intention, Mr. Girl. And the intent.
He can't answer the question.
Yes or no? Would it be ethical for somebody, maybe me, to make child pornography for the purpose of protesting child pornography?
That question's not relevant because the movie is not CP. It's not.
That question is relevant because you're trying to engage in a deeper hypothetical here. That's what he's trying to do.
3 other women on this panel.
I'm Team Sneako.
I didn't want to hold on. I didn't want to misgender you. You kind of look like a they/them with that haircut. So I'm sorry. I didn't want to like just assume.
Jesus Christ. AiA episode 46, reacting to MrGirl vs Sneako. This was actually a panel hosted by Chud Logic, I believe. MrGirl was on the entire panel, but I decided to check out this little debate between them because Sneako actually got on this panel. He was only on for a short amount of time, but I really haven't reacted to Sneako. I haven't checked out a lot of his content, but he's sort of like an up-and-coming creator, sort of like Andrew Tate in a way. He's sort of kind of leading that red pill community in a way. So I kind of wanted to get a taste of him here in an AiA episode, and maybe if he's interesting, I might sort of react to other debates he's in, because he seems to be getting very popular. He went on like the Fresh and Fit podcast. He's having conversations with Destiny. So obviously he's, you know, definitely making a name for himself in the sort of streamer world when he was mainly just a YouTuber for a long time. So anyways, let's check out this video. Obviously the original video will be down in the description below. I will say though, it is a 5-hour long video, so it's a very long panel, but if you're interested, you can always check it out. So let's get into it.
Why would he say? Okay,
I'm getting cancer. I'm actually getting cancer.
Why would me say?
Elephant in the room, okay?
Okay, why would me?
Mr. You've got to listen here, okay? Wait, no, sorry, Sneako, you've just come in.
Hey,
have you had a dog warts?
Jesus Christ.
I don't know what in the world was going on. I don't know what conversation y'all
influencing
having.
other people to some degree.
Destiny, you need to get some more non-whites in here, because like this conversation is just like, what the hell are you talking about right now?
Okay, you're absolutely right. So hold on. They're here. I got a really important question for you. Okay, are you ready?
The girls are in here cringing. I see them like listening to these guys talk about like their sexual fantasies, and I see the girls just like extremely uncomfortable.
Okay,
it's uncomfortable to watch.
We're on a crazy panel right now.
You're reading my behavior correctly, but I think that you're getting an inaccurate impression.
Turn down the red pill a little bit, okay? We have an important. This is a life-changing question for you. Okay, are you ready?
I think that was a beautiful sentiment, Max.
Life-changing question. Dan here wants to present you with a place called Dogwarts.
I'm not gonna do it. Stop. No.
Dan, take it away. Dan here is a philosophy PhD. He publishes works on difficult ethical quandaries. And go ahead, Dan.
I'm not you can.
Are you serious?
We want to know. We're all waiting.
Just chill. Stop. Okay. You ask one too many times. Listen, just move the fuck on. Okay. Stop.
This is your moment.
Stop. What?
Wow.
Don't put this on me. Jesus Christ.
Dan, you've changed. Okay, sorry. Never mind. My bad.
When you give the man attention, he doesn't want it.
The whole foundation of everything, the whole foundation of everything I want to do with my life and my work is to get people to get people to humanize each other without dehumanizing them. And so I try to avoid using kind of persuasive or mind control tactics, even when I'm making content. So the idea that I would use literal mind control to make the world a better place is antithetical to everything I believe in. So while in one instance, you could say, yes, you're violating your ethics for this extreme reason because in this one case, but that's the exact same thing that every person who brainwashes their fans and creates an echo chamber and gets everybody all riled up to hate the people that they want them to hate, that every single person is saying, well, yeah, but in this case, it's for this good cause. So I stand against that more strongly, more strongly than I stand for, I stand against that more strongly than I stand for the lives of 5 people or 6 million people. Or 12 million people.
Do you think that you're in any way above doing it, or do you not think that you're participating in your own way? Right? You're just doing it yourself.
I think that I am doing everything I can to not do that. Yes, I think I'm effectively. I think I'm above it.
But I don't know. Can you?
Yes, and you can't use this rationalization for either mind control or genocide or whatever. Say, well, somebody else would do it. This girl's sleeping and she's passed out at this party. If I don't fuck her, somebody else will. No, you can't. You can't.
No,
you
that's
can't.
not
No, you
what I'm
can't. You
saying.
can't. You know, I'm not a. What am I really? I'm so smug that I really think I'm above this. I don't want to be an asshole, so I'll just rape and murder people.
Oh my
no,
God,
yes,
turn it down.
I do think.
Jesus, this video is going to get fucking
actually hold
demonetized.
yourself to a high moral standard, and that you should. And that when
Cringe.
faced when you have the ability to mind control other people, you should not use that power for any reason.
Wait, I have
Agreed.
one question for you.
Yeah,
What the hell are you talking about?
cuties.
Sneako, what's your deal?
I'm talking about
what's
cuties,
your
baby.
Deal? Who are you?
What are
What's
you
my
talking
deal?
about?
I'm chilling.
Yeah.
I'm in Miami right now. I'm living the good life. About to
I
go out
heard
to
you were the
club. I'm
only
a
other
little
person to
stressed
give
right now.
Cuties a positive review. Is that true?
Yeah, it's a good
Jesus
movie. You
Christ.
should check it out.
I
You
have
sound-
checked
I
it
can
out,
hear in your
bro.
voice.
I'm the
Very
Cuties guy.
familiar.
It is a
Wait,
good movie.
wait. You're in where in Miami are you?
I'm in Brickell right now.
Oh shit, you're like 5 minutes
You
away.
in Miami too? This is where free people are at. This is where like
This is
people
the
just wanna
worst
have
people
fun
in the
and live
world.
life.
You've come to the fakest fucking city on the planet. I thought LA was bad, dude. The girls down here, well, maybe you're into that shit. Jesus
It's
Christ.
beautiful here. They don't make no sense, but they're beautiful.
Beautiful. They look like they would fucking melt if they stood out in the sun for too long.
Not all of them. Not just the BBL girls. There's a good variety. There's international. There's a lot of different people out here. Not all of
Would
them.
you like to do?
It's pretty diverse.
Sneako, do you want to do an IRL debate with Destiny? You think that'd
Oh,
be good
shut the fuck
content?
up. You're so cringe.
You could 100% do that. Like, you guys are like 5 minutes away from each other right now. Let's set that up.
Oh,
for, like,
you in
tomorrow.
Miami too, Destiny?
Yeah, I
Yeah,
live like
he
5
is,
minutes
yeah.
from Brickell. Yeah.
5 minutes.
Oh,
5 minutes for
word.
you. Let's do this. We'll set this in Discord.
Man, why you
Let's
hating
figure it
on
out.
Miami? You in Miami?
Because my wife
know-
wants to fucking live here.
My
There you go.
My
My
wife. Yeah,
wife.
exactly.
I listen to my wife.
Yeah,
True.
he's broken.
The
He's a
ultimate
broken down
proposition.
man.
Yep.
Yeah.
He's
He's a
unironically,
brokey.
I am. Yeah, I am.
What are you gonna
A
do?
man's place is below his wife.
Word.
Nice.
You're Mr. Girl?
Yeah. I'm Mr.
Wait,
Girl.
who's? Oh, the dude is Mr. Girl?
I am Mr. Girl.
Yeah, of course. It's
Oh,
I-
I've seen your shit.
That's
They told me to react to you, and you had your boxers out. You had like your dick full front camera. I don't know what the hell you were on about.
Well, Mr.
But-
Girl
I don't
does.
know.
Yeah,
Yeah.
your videos like I think you have some good messages, but it's just like, bro, like put some pants on before I watch your shit. You feel what I'm saying?
Yep.
He's wearing
Because I-
pants in a lot of his shit. I mean, it's
In a
only
lot.
somewhere he's not.
In a lot, but I guess the one I clicked on, he was like crotch center camera. I'm like, okay, this is not really my type of content, but do you?
Thank you.
Mr. Girl.
I appreciate
And
that.
Lav
Sneako.
Luna, why are you saying that a husband should be below the wife? Like, do you really think that's going to make for an ideal relationship?
I think on average women are smarter, higher IQs. I think they're more emotional. No, I'm just fucking with you. I think that two people should be equal. I'm just being
Okay, you're just saying the feminism, like, I'm
I'm just
better
making
than
a
men.
meme. I'm just making a little meme. That's it.
Okay.
Sneako, why do you
Meme,
think Cuties
good.
is a good movie?
Oh no.
I think it exposes the problems that girls have on social media, and it's not, the movie doesn't promote girls dancing and little girls dancing. It's actually anti that. And it's showing how girls can get brainwashed by social media, and how at a younger age, girls who go on TikTok too much and see all this flamboyant stuff, girls who worship Kim Kardashian, can get brainwashed. But
Okay, but
the movie's not promoting
is
that.
it
Literally
is it
so
really
vague.
necessary? Is it really necessary to show the girls shaking their butts in order to accomplish that?
I mean, if you're like, maybe that's your thing. That's not my thing, so it doesn't do anything for me.
Well, I'm not saying
But
whether it's your thing. Well, okay. Do you think that it's wrong for little girls to be
Yes.
forced to
Yes.
make
and it's
child
showing the
pornography?
problem. It's
Okay.
provocative. and it shows
Wait.
the
Do you think
problem.
it's? Do you think
Like,
it's?
if
Do you
get
think? Do you
triggered
think?
by a
Do you
girl-
think? Do you think child pornography is a problem?
Of course. That's
Okay. Do
what-
you think it's? Do you
what's
think
that-
it's wrong for girls to participate in child pornography, whether or not it's your thing? That's not whether it's your thing or not. Okay, so it's not really relevant
Obviously.
whether. Okay, so do you think it's exploitative? Do you think girls should be able to do like thong bikini contests?
No, they shouldn't. And the movie's
Okay.
trying to expose that. But people like you saw the trailer and they go, "Oh, girls are dancing." It's not promoting that. It's anti that. It's showing a problem
Yeah, but-
that's very real for young
but
girls.
don't you-
Young girls all feel the
Sure,
need to.
no, I
to
understand. I agree with you that it may have had.
Those
It may
are
have.
so
but-
base. This is actually the most base thing anyone has said today. It's actually crazy.
I agree with
I know,
you that
but
they,
and the
I agree
reason
with
I'm
you that
saying
the
this
film had
because-
good
hold on,
intentions.
Mr. Girl.
Yeah.
Mr. Girl, the reason I'm saying this is people like you who get like a little bit like feel a little something by watching these girls like, "Whoa, this is bad." But think further past the surface level. Don't just
Sure.
watch the fucking trailer and get triggered because like maybe that I don't know. What
I've
the fuck
seen
you
the
were
whole
looking at.
movie. I've seen Cuties.
I think
You're
both
really
of you
watching
guys-
it?
both of you-
I think
both
you
of
just
you
got
guys
triggered
are
by the
right.
trailer.
I don't know, bro.
No, I really,
I think you just got
really,
triggered by the trailer, Mr. Girl.
I've really seen Cuties. But my point is that even if it has a good
Yeah,
message, even
you've really
hey
seen it.
Sneako, hey, even if it has a good message, don't you think it's possible that it's also slightly
just to give some backstory on MrGirl, I know I haven't been talking a lot, but just to give some backstory on him, like, the whole reason he got popular was because of his Cuties review. It's basically because he called the girls in Cuties cute or like hot or sexy or whatever. And that's ultimately what got him canceled. And, you know, obviously that was a big problem for him because I think he got his YouTube channel banned, but eventually he got it back. But I know that's like how he sort of got his following a bit. And then when he finally came back to YouTube, then I think he had the conversation with Destiny now, which was just under a year ago, I think, around that time. I think it was December of 2021 is when he actually had the conversation with Destiny. And that's really what blew him up. And now he sort of became this online debater / conversationalist in a sense. That's really kind of how he got popular in a way. But his Cuties review was quite controversial. I know that at least a lot of people made videos on it, but I think the most popular one was Moist Critical's, Charlie's. And the video that Charlie made actually got like 5 million or 6 million views or something. So pretty much everyone who doesn't know MrGirl today knows him as a pedophile creep. And I think the clips that were taken by Moist Critical were taken out of context. Now, again, Moist Critical uploads like 3 times a day. So obviously when he's pumping out videos, he can't be, I guess, the most, how would you say, good faith to all the videos he reacts to. And sort of he saw the MrGirl video going, you know, being really popular. And he thought, you know what, why not? Let's react to this video, or really not react, but let's just take the clips out of context because they're bad as it is. And really that's what everyone was doing. Now, I'm not saying what MrGirl said was right, but I am saying is that whenever you do a reaction or whenever you do a review on someone's video, I definitely think that you should do the due diligence of actually putting the correct take or their full take in the video, or at least explaining it. Because obviously if you want to do teasers at the beginning of the video, like for instance, like I do, where pretty much every video that I do for my podcast, there's teasers in the front. So it's clips out of context that make people, when they click on the video, actually want to watch these long ass videos. Same, you know, basically like every streamer does this when they upload like long videos, or just people who react to videos sometimes do it as well. So that's something that I do. And, you know, that's perfectly fine. But ultimately, that's what MrGirl is known for. And so that's his backstory on Cuties. I don't exactly know Sneako's backstory, but it seems like he has the right take here, but he's probably falling in some sort of a trap, that I would say. And that trap is probably him sort of not seeing the ethical concerns when it actually comes to girls in front of a camera when, you know, they're really young and sort of dancing in front of a camera. That could be quite problematic and unethical, but let's see how he handles this debate.
Unethical to show young, you know, 12-year-old to 14-year-old girls twerking in the movie. Do you think that that's unethical at all?
I think that movie, for the right people, incites empathy and lets people understand a problem that's very relevant for young girls.
Yeah, that's the good side of the movie. But do you think there's an ethical problem?
The young girls are collateral.
Yeah, I think there's a problem if guys are creepy and then like actually look up CP. But that's not me, and that's not who the movie's for. But if you're on the internet too much and you're on 4chan too much, you strike me as like a Reddit fucking deep 4chan dude. Yeah. Like, I don't know what you give. I don't know, son. MrGirl, you give me like, maybe I don't know. Maybe that's you. But
okay, so I'm gonna ask for the third time. It's fine if you just don't want to answer. Do you think there's any ethical issue with sticking a camera in a 12-year-old's butt to make your point, even if you're defending 12-year-olds?
It depends on the intention, MrGirl, and the intention.
He can't answer the question. That's his problem. He cannot answer the hypothetical, because I think he went down this rabbit hole, or this sort of line of thinking of saying like, hey, you know, this is what I believe. And ultimately that's going to, well, screw him in that way, because I think Sneako is a sort of person, or at least the type of person I would say. He is 23, by the way, so he's quite young. And, you know, it's like, it's kind of weird when you talk about, or, you know, I do reviews on younger people. I'm a younger person myself, but I think I'm a much more sensible person who can actually see, I'm open to changing my opinion. I'm not like hard-lined in my opinions. And that's something that I try to sort of do when I, react to videos and such, and also like give my opinions. I also make sure that I have, a good amount of knowledge and also a healthy dose of sort of changing my opinion if I need to. And I think Sneako is running into this trap right now where he's going down this line and now he has to hold it because that's what he said, 5 minutes ago, and he doesn't want to, go back on what he said. That's what I see from a lot of these sort of red pillars. Once they go down this line of thinking, they seem to not change. Now, again, those are just the people that I've seen in the red pill community, so I'm not exactly sure if that is with everyone in the red pill community. Probably not. But for a lot of people, that seems to be the case. And obviously for Sneako, he's a young dude, so that's probably the case with him. Anyways, continue.
Intention was to show a problem. It was not. The intention was not to exploit them. The movie is directed by a woman. The movie is directed by a woman.
I've already acknowledged the good intentions. Are you saying that there is no ethical issues with sticking a camera in a 12-year-old's butt in order to make your good point?
It depends on the intention. If it's trying to show a problem, then no, there's no problem with it.
Okay.
Do you want to, MrGirl? Do you know that you can just ask them the hard question? What if you can get across the same point in the same type of movie, but you do it with actual child porn? Is it okay? That's the hard question.
Right, because the answer.
That's essentially what you're asking.
Well, there's no. His answer is just. I mean, Sneako. I think you're evading it by saying it's all about the intention. Because yes, obviously.
That's not evading it. That's a straight up answer. It
okay, fine, Steven.
Just like it depends on the intention of a joke. If the intention is to reveal some truth with funny, then that's a good joke.
Okay, so is it ethical to review? Is it ethical to reveal truth with? Is it, bro? I know. I agree with you about the intention. Is it ethical?
So how are you saying I'm evading the question when I'm giving you a straight up answer?
Is it ethical to have good intention child porn? Actual child porn.
It's not CP. Anybody who treats that as
would
CP
it be ethical? Would it be ethical to create
Sneako just cannot answer the question. I really don't know what his problem is here, but he seems to not be able to engage in a hypothetical, which maybe that's because he sort of doesn't want to, because those are hard thought experiments, and Sneako just strikes me as the type of person, at least like interacting with his content as limited as I have, he seems to be a surface level type of person where he doesn't want to engage in hard arguments. He sort of just sees something and he gives a take on it, and then that's it. At least that's from what I know from his content. And again, he is young, so I give him a little bit of the benefit of the doubt, because obviously I think he could change in the future. But sort of he doesn't look past the surface level. He seems to not be able to engage deeper in the argument, because it's like, we have a disagreement here about the movie Cuties. And now Max, MrGirl, is actually giving him a hypothetical, but it's deeper than the movie. It's separate from the movie, but it's like deeper. It's using the same sort of like, you would say like roles in the movie, but he's trying to get deeper in there. And I don't really know why this is a problem for Sneako personally. But I mean, maybe it is, because at the end of the day, again, Sneako might just be looking at the surface level. So I don't know. Let's see.
Intention child porn. To stand against child porn, we're just going to make some.
Bro, if you think it's CP, then that's you. I didn't watch that movie and thought it was CP, but if you're into that, you're into that. That movie was showing a real problem to me.
Okay, I'm going to ask you this question one more. I'm going to ask you this question. I'm going to ask you one more time.
Answer your question, MrGirl. If you consider that CP, maybe you should do some self-reflection.
Okay.
Because that movie's not CP. It's gross.
I've meditated a lot on the topic of Cuties and how it affected me.
Yeah, I can tell you've done a lot of meditating on Cuties, MrGirl.
I have.
Jesus
but to
Christ.
ask you the question for the final time, this is a yes or no question, and if you don't answer yes or no, you're ceding your participation in this argument. Yes or no? Would it be ethical for somebody, maybe me, to make child pornography for the purpose of protesting child pornography?
That question's not relevant because the movie is not CP. It's not.
That question is relevant because you're trying to engage in a deeper hypothetical here. That's what he's trying to do. Because if you can't engage in the deeper hypothetical, then you can't really get anywhere, because you have a disagreement about something. And when you have a disagreement, you kind of have to bring up a hypothetical or another sort of situation. But since Cuties is a unique situation, then it might be time to bring up a different hypothetical, or at least a hypothetical that makes sense. And this one makes a lot more sense because, again, it's obviously a little bit worse than Cuties, you know, if you're bringing up the mention of CP. But at the end of the day, if you can draw a line somewhere there, you can probably figure out a line when it comes to sort of anyone else, right? So like if they agree on this line, then they might not agree with this line. And that's sort of what Max and Destiny, to an extent, are trying to lead Sneako down, but he just doesn't want to seem to get off like the movie topic. And again, as long as he really stays on the topic, he doesn't really have to engage in a deep argument, but this is the problem. He only wants to engage in the surface level argument, and that's why there's nothing here. I mean, that's why this debate was actually quite short, because I did see at least I heard that this debate was quite short because of that fact. Because again, Sneako just didn't want to engage in the hypothetical, and you know they couldn't get anywhere.
Not that.
I'm hearing that you don't. I'm hearing that you don't want to answer the question. That's fine.
Let me try this. Wait, let me try this real quick. Okay, I want to try to bridge this. I want to see if I can do this. Okay, Sneako, is your mind open? Are you ready?
What's up?
Okay, so I think the issue, looking at the general logic, is all of us here would agree that the behavior that's shown by the little girls in Cuties is unacceptable. We shouldn't be having little girls showing that type of behavior in society. But we'll show it in the movie to make a point about how bad it is. Yeah?
Yes.
Yes, so we all agree. So what he's saying is it would also be unacceptable. Obviously, everybody on this panel agrees that child pornography is also unacceptable. But if you used that in a movie to show how unacceptable it was, would that be an acceptable use of it? The same way that the girls twerking is an acceptable use of showing how bad that is. That's the question.
And my answer again, just like I answered before, I think it depends on the intention. If you look at the director's had a similar problem growing up. She's a woman. She wasn't trying to exploit them. She wasn't trying to show off and like make.
Yeah, we all agree.
Okay, so let me repeat what you just said.
Answer the question one more time, Mr. Go. You're getting triggered. You're getting triggered. But listen,
let me repeat what you just said back to you. You just said no. I want to turn. No, Sneako. No, Sneako.
If you think that shit is attractive, that's a you problem.
Sneako, it's everybody's problem. It's everybody.
I don't know why Sneako just can't engage with the ethical concerns, because obviously there are ethical concerns. I mean, maybe not for him, but I would think for a lot of people there are ethical concerns when it comes to just people talking about CP, right? Or just even just talking about it, right? People viewing it, people seeing it, whatever. There's obviously ethical concerns like everywhere around it. And he seems to not be able to just say like, yeah, there might be some ethical concerns there. All he wants to do is engage with the actual movie and just say like, oh, well, the intentions were this, so therefore it's okay. It's like, okay, well, what are those ethical concerns? And he's just like, well, again, the intentions. And it's like, well, there lies the problem. It's like, if he can't even go one step deeper, this conversation goes nowhere. And that's what it's doing right now.
Problem. Let me return.
It's not my problem.
Let me respond. I want to rebut. What you just said is it's all in the intention. And even with the example of child pornography. So you're saying that if a well-intentioned woman who had a traumatic childhood wants to make literal child pornography where she is filming children getting raped for the purpose of protesting child pornography, you're okay with that?
Hypothetical.
That wasn't a movie.
That's not even what happened.
This is a hypothetical. Yes, it's a yes. This is a hypothetical question.
Before you go on a trigger rant, don't you see how the women in here understand what I'm talking about, and the women are defending the movie?
I think Lad loves Cuties. No.
I mean, again, it's like, I don't know, maybe this girl right here in the middle doesn't want to engage with the hypothetical, but it's like, again, she was saying like, 10 minutes ago that, oh, Sneako's so based. He was saying the most base stuff in the entire room. So obviously, he is going to, well, she's going to defend him with like, oh, why even answer the hypothetical? It makes no sense. Well, it does make a lot of sense, because if you answer the hypothetical, then you can finally have some common ground, or at least some understanding of where you actually believe and what you actually believe that to be ethical or not.
No, I think that because you guys are both on like opposite extremes, you guys have to like keep biting these bullets, and you don't even have to keep biting these bullets.
Do you want to? Are you not willing to answer this? You've had this hypothetical question asked, and you like.
Shut the fuck up! I think that both things can be.
You're not saying anything. You're derailing the conversation. Stop.
No, I'm not. Shut up.
Answer the question, Sneako. Answer the question. Is it ethical? Is it ethical to film Sneako? Is it ethical? I don't want you to help me look good. What are you fucking kidding me? You think I want help looking good talking about cuties? Oh, you don't understand me, Lav. You don't understand me. Sneako, is it ethical? Sneako, Lav, shut up. Sneako, is it ethical to film children? Is it ethical? Is it ethical? Is it ethical to Is it ethical? Is it ethical to film? Is it ethical to film children getting raped to protest children getting raped?
It's in the movie. You're asking a question I've answered 5 times in a different way.
Hypothetically, is that ethical? I just want a yes. I just want a yes or a no.
Do you think porn is different than than a kid shaking their ass in a movie? Do you think that's a little different?
We are asking hypothetical questions.
Okay, so both of them can't engage with a hypothetical because again, we're not talking about the movie at this point. We're talking about a hypothetical. And now we have this girl here in the middle and Sneako not wanting to answer it at all. It's like, Jesus Christ, people, it's a hypothetical. So we can actually get some common ground understanding of where we actually believe. Like, how is that so difficult to understand? Jesus Christ, I can see why nothing gets solved on these type of panels with these type of people.
Those are too high.
In chat, hold up. I want you to pay attention to how the women understand what I'm talking about, and MrGirl is so avidly. Women understand.
I think MrGirl understands this also.
You're saying that Lav understands what you're saying.
Yeah,
I think
Lav
that
is
might
the
be an
only one
accurate
here that is.
statement, but you're disregarding the 3 other women on this panel. So why don't you be specific?
I didn't want to hold up. I didn't want to misgender you. You kind of look like a they/them with that haircut. So I'm sorry. I didn't want to just assume.
Jesus Christ, that was actually a good. That was a good one. Not gonna lie, I'll give that to Sneako.
Oh my God. You give me they/them energy.
I think you're trying to insult me, and that's a really.
No, I'm not. I'm not
binary.
It's very woke. If you're not binary, I'm proud of you. I'm proud of. If you're non-binary, that's good. That's very woke.
Wait, but she just said she just said you're ignoring the other women on the panel. In the process of saying that sentence, gendered herself, then you misgendered her in response to try to get
I'm learning and
growing. Very low, very ugly behavior, Sneako. Very ugly behavior.
I don't think Sneako cares about misgendering.
Something I would expect from a child porn defender. Something I would expect from a child porn defender.
Oh my God,
Sneako!
I'm jacking that you watch that shit. That's why you're avidly defending this so much and like attacking people like that.
You're attacking me for watching Cuties? Yeah, I watch. Yeah.
Nobody actually thinks I watch Cuties.
Okay.
I ain't gonna lie, MrGirl. You think that
MrGirl thought it was hot.
Accomplished the same thing. Could they have used older actresses and made them look young and accomplished the same effect in the movie?
Yeah, or you could have made it an animated movie. It could have been a documentary. You could have done anything.
Have to shoot the actual children. We could have done it a different way.
No, and you got to think about
the children.
You got to think about on set, like, oh, come here, stand here. Yeah, just shake your butt a little bit while I film you. I think it's a little fucked up, Sneako, and I understand you're saying you have no ethical issues with the movie or with, I guess, any of the hypotheticals we presented to you. I'm going to charitably assume that you probably would have issues with those. You're just being argumentative. I just got to disagree with you. I think it's wrong.
Okay, disagree. I'm not gonna change your mind if you want to keep thinking that. Okay, bro, I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, I think it's. I guess your argument is, and I'll own it. I'm so much of a pedophile that I think it's wrong to film a 12-year-old shaking their ass for your movie.
Yo, other people in the panel, does MrGirl kind of creep you out?
Oh Lord!
Yeah,
absolutely.
Get the panel on your side.
Right now.
I'm just saying.
This guy wouldn't stop Hitler. He wouldn't stop Hitler.
No,
I'm just saying. I don't know much about you. I couldn't watch your shit because you had your crotch full center. But bro, you creep me the fuck out.
So you're straight in addition to being not a pedophile. You're also straight. Is that your fucking claim?
What are you talking about?
Do you have evidence on the contrary?
What are you
teed that up like you have evidence that he's gay.
What the hell is he talking about?
Okay, I've got a quick question, Dan. We've spoken about dog walks.
Don't ask Dan anything. Dan is not going to make any more content. He's done. Dan is done.
Destiny, I'll ask you. Destiny, I'll ask you.
Yeah,
okay, forget about dog walks.
I'm trying over here.
What about child warts?
Go ahead, Steven.
No, I don't know what that one is. You're gonna have to ask Dan to do that.
No, you go ahead and continue to ask Steve that. Jesus fucking Christ.
Yeah, what is
wrong with you, dude?
I
We're Sneako, you know? Go ahead.
I miss Max.
Hey,
I miss.
What did you do to him, Sneako? What did you do to him?
Sneako. Okay, the answer is there's nothing gayer than within meeting somebody, within 1 second of meeting them, saying, "I couldn't watch your content because I saw your dick."
Okay, bro.
Okay, so yeah, and then you start calling everybody a pedophile. You're calling everybody gay. Why don't you stay in your lane and talk about your?
I'm not calling you gay. I'm just saying my type of content is not centered on your crotch.
Okay, great. So you're straight and you like adults.
MrGirl. I'm just saying it's not about gay. It's about that you creep me out. You are creepy to me. It is what it is.
You selected that video and clicked on it to watch it. Like I'm pretty sure it had a fucking title.
Yeah, my chat asked me to watch MrGirl. They spammed it. I didn't know what it was. I looked it up. I saw your crotch. You were talking about some real shit, but like, why are you putting the camera on your dick? It's not calling you gay. It's
to
just
make a point.
Creepy, like that.
To make a point.
Okay,
right.
bro, to make a point. So wait. So you're saying you can put some creepy shit to make a point. So why are you defending Cuties so much while your dick is center camera while you talking?
He's an adult.
Because
adults use their bodies in sexual ways. What we're talking about here is if that's ethical to do with children.
Because my dick isn't a little girl, Sneako. My dick isn't a little girl.
Even Sneako doesn't like. I think that Sneako. Can you agree that they probably could have done something different or not like gone directly on? But it was more so just like outrage. It was like obviously if there's outrage, people are gonna watch this movie. People are gonna get the message.
Man, this girl's hard saving.
Yeah, well, the outrage is why it was so controversial. And the world is controversial right now because the world is full of lies. So it was good. Yes, they could have probably done it differently. But my opinion is that the fact that it triggers so many people says more about the world we live in rather than the content of the movie. If so many people have to look at that and go like, oh, bro, they're little girls. It should not even be attractive to you. You should be able to see the problem and not consider it CP. If you consider that CP, I think that's a you problem. That's basically
also this shit is happening. Like this shit.
No. Sneako got it all fucking wrong. Jesus Christ, man. No, holy shit. You can literally make that argument with anything. It's like, oh, if you look at it and you think it's CP, it's like, well, yeah, it doesn't have to be just children having sex to be considered CP, right? There can be a lot of other forms of CP, or things that could be considered CP, or things that could be considered illegal, but yet, you can't use that argument that like, oh yeah, if you don't see it as CP, then it's not CP. That makes no fucking sense.
Is literally happening in real life. It's like if you watch, it's like just because like cows and pigs are getting killed like every single day, it's like, are you gonna say the same thing? Like, why would you show us this? Why would you show us this? It's because it makes you pay attention.
It's not that it isn't an important story to tell or an important impact to highlight, but it could have been done in a different way. It's a very important movie. And the movie's going to last long. It could have been filmed in a way that doesn't cause
you're just fucking virtue signaling.
The children involved in the filming.
Wait, I don't think it's.
But the only reason that like any of us are talking about this movie is because of how they filmed it. Like it would have gotten
absolutely. If you made a movie, if you made a wait. If you made a movie where you killed people in it, we would be talking about it, right? Like if in the new Mission Impossible, Tom Cruise was like, I'm going to actually shoot real people to make a point about how bad it is to shoot people.
Wait, rape someone on camera.
Yes, so we all agree that yes, doing unethical things in your art can make people talk about it.
Well,
sure,
but what you're saying is like.
No, it's not.
It's
no,
like illegal versus unethical, right? Like
that's not matter. That's not what we're talking about. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm saying
because there's nothing illegal about having like a 6-year-old girl shake her ass for a.
But that's
right?
what I think it is.
But that's not relevant to my point that I'm making. My point I'm making is the effect of the movie, and whether it has a good effect or bad effect or gets people to talk about it, is not relevant to whether or not it's ethical the way you made it. So that's not. That doesn't matter.
I see what you're saying.
Yeah,
that's ethical.
It's not ethical. Signaling. Sneako, I don't think saying it's wrong to get a 12-year-old girl to shake her ass is wrong. Is virtue signaling. Is that what you think?
Everyone knows it's uncomfortable.
Is that what you think?
Everyone knows it's uncomfortable.
Is that what you think?
No one is like, hell yeah, I fucking loved that part. I replayed it and I fucking loved it. No one's saying that.
Is your stance in this discussion really that I'm virtue signaling about Cuties? Is that really?
No, I think that you're doing it police.
Is that really what you think?
No, my stance is that because Sneako's being extreme, you have to like overcorrect, and I think that you're doing yourself a disservice. I think that you guys can find middle ground.
Okay, so the stance I'm taking. I think
that other people here are virtue signaling.
Tell me what about this. Tell me what about this stance.
Me? Are you saying that I'm virtue signaling? Is that it? Because I know I ruffle your feathers here. I know you fucking hate me, but just call it out if that's the case.
I actually don't hate you. I think you're a victim.
Lav, tell me what you think about this stance that I've expressed on Cuties is extreme. I think Cuties is a good movie. I think Cuties has some pretty good choreography. I think Cuties is well acted and well made and has a good message. I think Cuties probably had a positive impact on the world because of the issues that it raises. However, I think it is unethical. I think it is unethical to film 12-year-old girls shaking their butts with a camera, especially close up, for money, especially when you acknowledge by making the movie that you know that you're sexualizing them. What about that is extreme?
That's extreme.
That was a good take by MrGirl, and I guess that's where we'll sort of end it, because this was a Sneako versus MrGirl debate. I think, well, really, we didn't learn much, but the only thing we did learn is Sneako can't engage in hypotheticals, and apparently this girl, Lav, I think is her name, can't really do as well. But anyways, this was sort of a, not the best episode, but at the end of the day, I do reactions to debates and other things. So if you have any other recommendations, obviously, leave it in the comments down below. And also, I do plan to do more debates on my podcast. I just really have to, see what people I can actually get on the podcast and see how that will go. But yeah, anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed the episode. And until next time, see ya.